Hi, this is Mike Turner, a real estate professional with Front Street Brokers, and this is another Boise real estate market update. Today I want to discuss with you my home sales analysis for Ada County. That's basically the Boise area, if you're not familiar with the county. And today, the chart I'm using is another chart from Web Charts. Is a subscription service that uses the MLS data here locally to develop these charts. And this chart is, and by the way, you need to blow this up. You go to full screen mode on your video in order to see all the numbers. But to show you, this is a model of the home sales for Ada County, that's the Boise area, from 2006 through 2011, year-to-date home sales for each price category. So it starts for stuff all the way down below 70,000 and stuff all the way up to $1 million. And what I want to point out to you is, so red is the number for 2011. And if you see, starting off on the higher price range, that pretty much, red is kind of holding its own. So 2011 is kind of holding its own for the upper price ranges. Basically from 300, or actually you could say from 250 up, it's been pretty solid, and in some cases slightly more, but very similar to the past couple years. You see that start to be most different in the mid ranges between 150,000 to 250. Red's falling behind. We're competing with past year's tax credit, and then the pink color is 2006, when everything was absolutely crazy. So I compare it to. The biggest thing I want to point out to you today is these where red is really deep, right? So 2011 is dominating in these lower price ranges, and this, if you can't read it, is everything. This one's between 100 and 120. This column is 90 to 100,000. This is from 70 to 90 and 70 below. And so really, these price ranges were almost non-existent prior to 2010. I mean, we had a little bit of action there in 2010, but in 2011 it's exploded. And so what's happened is we have homes now that are available in this lower price range below 100,000 that didn't really exist before for our Boise market, at least not for quite some time. So there's been a bulk of sales that's gone on there. This little factoid right here, this little area of activity is pulling down our home sales averages. So in my opinion, the Boise market has stabilized a long time ago, but we saw further price declines in the Boise market when you look at the average or the median home price, which is what our industry uses to track if a market is going up or down. They use an average. They're accounting for all these homes in this lower price range. This pulls down the average, and so I think it's kind of skewing the numbers down more. Now the good news is that this price range of homes below 100,000 in Ada County is going away. Most of the homes that came up there are no longer as available as they were. Now you can still get some, but right now I just did an analysis of active available properties below 100,000, and it's less than 100 properties. So there's not that many left, and that number keeps getting smaller and smaller. So I predict in 2012 that these numbers will not be as high. And even if they are, we won't have as much price shifting, because again, I think these numbers, even though there's a lot of home sales here, kind of pull down the rest of the averages. So time will tell, but that's kind of an insight that many people realize, that price range did not really exist in the Ada County, and now that it does, it's pulling down the averages, which pulls down the overall county average and makes it look like home prices fell when really some areas are actually gaining ground. So if you have more questions about the Boise real estate market, feel free to contact me or anyone on my team at frontstreetbrokers.com. You can call me directly at 208-740-5000. Again, this is Mike Turner, and we'll see you back next week.